technology in their background. And when they do so, they're going to need infrastructure that can partner with them and meet them where they are, operate in a regulated environment, and scale with their needs. And
When I say this relationship with Paxos and Zebec, and they released this video, this video will be an understatement on how big the relationship with Paxos and Zebec is. I have been in cryptocurrency for 10 years, and I've been a big fan of the movement of Paxos throughout the years. For those that don't know, Paxos Trust is a New York-based financial institution technology company. This company offers cryptocurrency brokeraging services, tokenization services, settlement services. They're a Bitcoin exchange run by Paxos, and it was the first Bitcoin exchange to be licensed in New York State by the Department of Financial Services. It granted it the ability to custodian and exchange customers in the United States. So Paxos was one of the first companies to be licensed in the New York and USA. They've been around 13 years. Their headquarters is New York, which is the financial capital of the planet. I'm telling you guys, they also issue Pax Gold, and I'm going to show you some history with Paxos that I recall that was significant throughout my time in cryptocurrency. So we got one hell of a video I put together here. If you guys can smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe.
And that's what Paxos is here to serve. Obviously, the vision of today more feels much closer than it ever was, but we've been at this for a little bit. We've evolved our thinking, but the core pillars of our strategy have always been around one, tokenizing assets and bringing them on chain, and then two, providing a utility platform
A utility platform. Remember that word right there.
that helps drive adoption, utility, and value and usage.
This is Regulation Adoption Payroll. Ronakdaya, head of product at Paxos, breaks down how stablecoins like USDG and USDC are driving real world use.
Of tokenized assets and other crypto assets. So on the tokenization side, we're one of the largest issuers of stablecoins, tokenized dollars. We have issued PYUSD for PayPal. We issued BUSD back in the day for Binance. We issued
That's a big deal, guys. When they said they issued BUSD back in the day for Binance, I do recall when there was a BUSD XRP BNB pair that was also approved in New York. And this is way before the SEC settlement case. And this is something significant right here that you would not see really with other channels. This is what I recall through memory. And this is Binance US will list new BUSD trading pair for XRP, BNB, and ALGO, and Ethereum. This is significant. Why would they say, okay, BNB? Because that's backed by CZ. This, to me, always opened the door to so much more. Trust me, with my history in the law system, as far as I used to work at a law office, so I know law and relationships and partnerships. So Binance opened the door for Paxos. This was a Paxos relationship. Binance US will list BUSD trading pair for XRP, BNB, ALGO, which is Algorand. Of course, this is like really the chosen cryptos in the beginning. XRP, BNB, and ALGO. So if I go back really one, I just want to show you guys one more thing. So actually, if I go to Paxos right here, okay, this is what I was reading earlier from Paxos. Binance lists Pax and base currency. So Binance lists Pax as a base currency. In 2018, Pax is the first regulated stablecoin to be a base currency on Binance. This is what I'm saying. There was early relationships with Paxos and Binance, and then that opened the door for the relationship with Binance US. So I'm telling you, these previous relationships is what saved CZ, I believe, from going a lot of time in the future, because CZ opened the door to the US when they opened Binance US, and I believe from there they got the data and the records. That's what they mainly wanted, and I said that even in 2018, that USA wanted the data and information from Binance. So when he signed a deal for them to open up Binance US, and also then they're listing a Pax-based currency, they pretty much just interwove the technology. Binance BUSD now live on Paxos. Now this is when Paxos also went live with the BUSD, which was the Binance stablecoin. Now, why would Paxos, a regulated USA company, list the BUSD? Because it only made sense to CZ. Okay, well, how would CZ benefit if we're opening a Binance USA? Well, we do got a BUSD and a BNB, which was also a BNB pair, which is the Binance stable. Well, actually, it was the fluctuating token, the BNB coin, that you would basically save on fees for holding BNB. It was, a few years, I think, later than they came out with the BUSD. But this was like when they first started trying to implement how they were going to issue stable coins. So that takes me back to this, the header product at Paxos.
Issued a USDL, which is a yield-bearing stablecoin.
Now, let me show you one more thing. They're the first Bitcoin exchange to be licensed in New York. If you go down here, US 2019, US Security Exchange issued a no action letter allowing Paxos to pilot a blockchain-based settlement service for US equities. This is the first time, we're talking 2019, SEC said, hey, we're going to allow Paxos to pilot a blockchain settlement service for US equities. I'm telling you, this was written so much long ago. With service launching in February 2020, Paxos launched its crypto brokerage with Revolt, which I just looked up them. They're like a regulated company in the UK. In October 2020, PayPal announced it would offer the cryptocurrency buy hold service through its partnership with Paxos. So basically, and I cannot tell you how excited I was when PayPal started offering cryptocurrency. Now we know through the excitement of that relationship that the custodian of that cryptocurrency is actually Paxos. Paxos is the reason that PayPal is able to hold and offer crypto services. So I'm telling you, for Zebec to be even on the stage or in the same room with Paxos is like now Zebec is at the table. That's the point of this video. In September 2020, Canada, a multi-based retail trading service provider, collaborated with Paxos to develop a crypto trading system. So Canada's on board with Paxos, PayPal's on board with Paxos, and it looks like from 2019 the SEC was on board with Paxos. Oh, also, I knew this was big thing. I mean, this was a big deal also. Paxos introduced Pax Gold, which was the first regulated gold-backed digital token. So in 2019, I was like, whoa, gold is going digital. And guess what? Through Paxos, they introduced the first regulated gold-backed digital token. So whatever ounce of gold is, they'll equivalently issue you a digital representation of gold, regulated. You see how big the crypto brokerage practice. Paxos provides crypto brokerage service to clients, to their customers, to access the cryptocurrency market. They also have the Pax Dollar, Pax Gold. Pax Trust Custodian is a custodian Pax Gold. IBIT is a digital asset exchange approved by New York State Department of Finance. In 2019, SEC gave Paxos permission to establish settlement service for stock trading. Credit Suisse, the first bank to sign on to use the service. Okay, settlement stock trading service. That's interesting right there. So as I go more into the articles here, so now you gotta understand how big Pax is. Now Pax is talking to Zebec, letting them know, hey, this is what we do.
And most recently, our focus has been around global dollar and USDG, where we are the underlying issuer of the asset and help partner with some of the largest infrastructure and enterprise platforms like Anchorage, Kraken, Robinhood.
Anchorage, Kraken, Robinhood that's a very big deal. Anchorage is one of a regulated custodian. Kraken is Jesse Powell, who also used to work at Ripple, was the first one to understand what was needed in services for cryptocurrency, and
OKX and others to bring them into a shared ecosystem to drive adoption and
shared ecosystem.
growth of stablecoins. That's on the tokenization side. On stablecoins, we also have tokenized gold, and we have the largest tokenized gold product in Pax Gold, and have continued to explore other tokenization efforts that I'm happy to talk about.
See, everything I just told you, he just backed it all up, sounding beautiful.
We couple that with a utility platform. So we have a qualified custodian and buy, hold, sell capabilities for crypto trading that we offer. So we power all crypto trading for PayPal, Venmo, IBKR.
PayPal, Venmo,
and
IBCare.
others, and we have built a
I'm telling you, Zebec is at the table.
stablecoin payments platform that enables anyone.
Zebec is at the table, and that is the theme of today's video. This is General Dollar Network. All stablecoins aren't built the same. This is the header product at Paxos.
The reason people want a version of the stablecoins is because it enables you to launch products globally, to move money in a transparent, clear way, and get the benefits of instant settlement and 24/7 access. While that was always true, there were still problems with existing stablecoins. Not all of them are regulated, obviously. We've had a lot of challenges of depegging in the past. The beauty of stablecoins comes from having trust and inherent confidence that you can always redeem it for $1. And that core principle is easy to say and really hard to implement in all sorts of scenarios.
Wow, that shows you right there how Pax is serious about the movement of stablecoin. Did you guys know he also led product at Coinbase and Square? Now this is the General Dollar project, which it made me jump more into that. If you go down this page, here you got a header product, and he actually also tweeted the Zebec article. So this is the head of Paxos who tweeted his interview with Zebec. Join Zebec to discuss. Now don't get me wrong, I'm in the middle of making this video.
I am joined by...
So I haven't had the honor of watching this whole video, but I'm really excited about this. I was so excited I decided to make the video ahead of time. Not to so much about the interview per se, just to show you that, hey, I know I'm familiar with Paxos. And if you guys have been watching this channel, we've been here for 10 years making crypto content. But this is, the relationships and partnerships are continuing to grow with Zebec. Now if I go to my profile, and I'm just going to go to my likes, because I actually want to speed this video up just to get it out. And okay, so this is the CEO of Paxos right here. He testified before the House of Congress, highlighting 3 key points. Paxos CEO testifying before Congress.
Chairman Hill, Ranking Member Waters, and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Charles Cascarilla, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Paxos.
Whoa.
For 25 years, I've worked in financial services as an analyst, investor, and entrepreneur, getting a front row seat to the inefficiencies and systemic risks embedded in our legacy financial infrastructure. These experiences drove me to found Paxos in 2012 as a regulated financial institution using blockchain technology to re-platform the financial system. In 2015, Paxos received the first limited purpose trust charter from the New York DFS. We have worked closely with global regulators to advance the safe adoption of regulated stablecoins. Today, we provide stablecoin and tokenization infrastructure to some of the world's leading enterprises, including PayPal, MasterCard, Robinhood, and Stripe. There are 3 points I hope you will take away from my testimony. First, stablecoins are a national imperative to modernize the U.S. financial system and preserve the dollar's dominance. Second, to achieve this, the U.S. must set global standards that enable broad financial adoption and interoperability. Third, we strongly support the Stable Act, and with some enhancements, it will be truly enduring. Since testifying in 2021, blockchain technology has evolved dramatically from the periphery to the mainstream.
I agree, right to the mainstream, guys. This is Paxos CEO tested before Congress. We have the head of Paxos who also is speaking with Zebec. Do you see what is coming? I'm telling you. And Pax Trust Company, we just did some research on that. If you haven't noticed, guys, Zebec is warming up on the daily. We're at 0.005, which is $500 per 100K. It just was $78 per 100K on the Zebec Challenge, 100K for $100 Zebec Challenge, which I issued challenges since 2017. Some of the previous challenges were 100K Harmony in 2019, 100K One Seller, 100K V-Chain, all for $100. You guys may be familiar with the infamous 100K for $100 Matic, which Matic went to $2.80. So that was $100. That went to $280,000. 100K for $100 Matic. And then in 2025, I decided to issue the biggest call to date, which I told the world would be the Zebec Challenge, the payroll of the future. 0.005, and it's up 6% on the daily. On the 7-day, it's up 27%. On the monthly, it's up 78%. on the monthly, up from the low of 7.7 to 0.0025 on 7.7. Zebec has been on a tear. Whoa. Paxos, some information about them. I've been down the rabbit hole on, okay, the digital dollar project. This is interesting because once you scan down the page, Paxos is really bullish on the digital dollar or the global dollar network, which also is like a stable coin they're trying to get into they're in the market with. But their Visa stablecoin settlement now offers support for the global dollar, which also has a partnership with, well, the global dollar network is Pax stablecoin. You know what I understand what I'm saying? Our head of product right here at Paxos joins Zebec. Once you go to his page, he's tweeting about the global dollar network, which is a stable coin and also partnered with Visa. And you guys see the history on how big Paxos is. Do you see what is coming? Binance partners with Paxos. This was 2019. I'm telling you, when Binance partnered with Paxos, that's what saved CZ's butt right there. Because he made friendships that got him only 90 days. When one guy got life, which was SBF, CZ got 90 days. And this is why I'm telling you, it was this Paxos relationship. Manhattan is the financial capital of the planet. What's your thoughts about this video? Let me know in the description below. Do not forget to smash the like, comment, and subscribe. Can we set the record for the most thumbs up in this video? Can we possibly get 333 thumbs up? Look at the thumbs up. How many thumbs up do we have? Can we get 333? 333. Let's do it. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I love crypto.